welcome to another episode of Go Peace Country. I'm your host, Emily Moyes. Today I'm hanging out at the Treaty 8 Tribal Association, where we are going to meet with a couple local ladies in town. You might recognize a couple of them, and they're going to fill us in on the upcoming Spirit of the Peace Pow Wow. All that and more on Go Peace Country. So I am joined by Coral Auger, and we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming powwow here in the Peace region. Where exactly do you fit into in the grand scheme of things?
Well, I am the Vice President of the Spirit of Peace Pow Wow Society. This is my second term, so I'm going into my fourth year. I've been a volunteer since it's started, actually. We've had family that's voluntold a lot of us to come, so it's definitely something that we've been a part of, whether we wanted to in the beginning or not. We encourage everybody to come. If you want to come, you just have to show up. It's a free event. It's for everybody of all ages. Anybody's welcome. June 6th, 7th, and 8th in the Taylor, BC at the District Ice Center. Taylor's been fantastic, and they've allowed us to have it there every year. This is our 9th annual powwow, our second competition powwow, so we're pretty excited about it.
Wonderful. Well, good for you. We're actually going to take a quick break and check out our first story up on Go Peace Country, and we're going to find out what the SPCA is doing with some new initiatives to become a volunteer and how we're getting some of the little guys in the shelter adopted. So we are here inside the Treaty 8 Tribal Association, and I'm joined by Susan, and she plays a huge role in the upcoming powwow that's happening here in the Peace region. And I understand you've been doing this for quite some time. You're one of the founders. Why did you get involved?
I got involved, it was shortly after I started working at the Tribal Association, and it was something that I'd always been interested in. I never knew anything about powwows, but I used to be drawn to them, and I'd go sit at them for a whole weekend. So I thought, okay, this is an opportunity, because we were given so many gifts from the Creator that it is just phenomenal to get to be there and see it, and see the excitement and the encouragement that our youth get from dancing for everybody.
I can just feel the passion that you have for this, and I can't wait because I've never been to one, so I'm really excited to attend this year. We're going to take a quick break and check out one of our stories on Go Peace Country, where it was the regional science fair in town, and 3 students from the Peace region are actually going to the Nationals in Ontario. I am now with the president, Connie Grey Eyes. You guys all know her, though. She's famous around town. Now, why are you involved? I mean, the family's here. It seems like a really big event.
I became involved, and why I'm at the Spirit of the Peace Pow Wow is because, you know, it's such a spiritual and cultural event to be part of that it's impossible not to want to be in it.
I'm wondering, because this is a free event for the public, right? How are you able to fund it, or do you need funding? How does that work?
Well, we request funding from organizations and businesses, and usually we end up pulling through. You know, we're still accepting funding right now and donations, and that's how we make this all possible, is through the community and all of us pulling together and having faith that it's going to happen. All of the dancers take their dancing seriously. We're dancing for the people, we're dancing for elders, we're dancing for people that can't dance anymore, we're dancing for our ancestors. It's very spiritual, so alcohol and drugs is strictly prohibited. There's a misconception that you have to be Aboriginal to come to the powwow, but everybody is welcome. There's a ton of really good food, like you can have bannock and stew and traditional foods, and it's really, really a wonderful way to spend your weekend.
It sounds amazing. I'm getting excited already. We're actually going to take a quick break and check out our next story up on Go Peace Country, where a baby is brought into a classroom so young children learn their roots of empathy. Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Go Peace Country. If you have any upcoming events here in the Peace region, we always love to hear from our community members. Please give us a shout or an email. And as always, if you've missed our stories on Go Peace Country, we put them online at shawtv.ca. For Go Peace Country, I'm Emily Moyes.